Well, welcome. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. What's going on in Himachal? A Himalayan crisis for the Congress. Many would suggest a possible Himalayan blunder that the Congress finds itself in. But the latest now that we're getting in is that the Sukku government, Gupinder Sukku's government, is on shaky ground. The Congress is now mulling a tough decision. What does that mean? Will it mean that the chief minister might be replaced? Is he on his way out? Will he be made to step down? Indications coming in that a tough decision will be made by the Congress. Let me just get you a little more detail into all of this, viewers. Three observers in the form of DK Shiv, Kumar, Mr. Hooda, Gupinder Singh Hooda, and the former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh. All three of them, Mr. Bagel, have been sent to Shimla to troubleshoot on exactly finding a solution and finding a solution very quickly. They've been given 24 hours. Indications coming in that the Congress is mulling a tough decision. I want to quickly bring in Moshmi into this conversation. Moshmi, Congress mulling a tough decision. What could this mean?
That's right, Preeti, as we broke that story, that the Congress leadership is not very happy with what has happened as far as these Rajya Sabha elections are concerned. And somewhere there is a sense that it was the responsibility of the Chief Minister. Look at what happened in Karnataka, and the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister, and most importantly, the Chief Minister ensured that the candidates would sail through. And in Himachal, though if you look, it's a small state, the figures were clearly in favor of the Congress, and thereby the leadership is a bit miffed about Sukhu just taking it too casually, and the complaints that the leadership is getting about the Chief Minister, there could be serious mulling over.
ये मुझे नहीं पता ये तो आपको
Listen and stay with me, Moshmi.
धक्का हाँ जी
You can't go. Oh my God. Hold on, man.
बस नहीं रुक जाओ आ जाओ don't go
Back-to-back meetings are taking place where the three observers are concerned. These are live visuals that we are getting in. We're going to keep those visuals on right now. Sukhwinder Singh Sukku, the Chief Minister, refusing to say anything today. He's gone to the temple. He's on camera, seeming to be confident, more confident than yesterday, saying he's going to not resign and he has the numbers to sail through. However, very clear that there are two distinct camps. Vikramaditya has made it very clear that it's impossible to work with Sukhwinder Singh Sukku. Moshmi, bringing you back into this conversation and what we're talking about, the big tough decision. The fact that it was the Chief Minister's responsibility and he failed his responsibility of managing even 40 of his MLAs, which includes him, and losing the Rajya Sabha seat. Is Sukhwinder Singh Sukku in all probability on his way out? And if yes, who could be the probable candidates to replace him?
Absolutely, Preeti. There's no doubt about the fact that the leadership thinks that this entire fiasco, if anybody has to be blamed, it is Sukhu. He had a huge responsibility, an even bigger opportunity to emerge as a strong leader. And the fact that he's being accused of being biased and not working with the MLAs of the other camp hasn't gone down too well. So, though at the behest of sounding, preemptive, I'm saying that there is going to be a very probable likelihood of a leadership change. And there are several names, several contenders. Pratibha Singh, for a fact, could be a very serious contender. Even Mukesh Agnihotri could be actually a name that could satisfy both camps. Sukhu could be okay with that. But
quick question before we let you go.
Before the leadership arrives at the leadership issue, first they want to sort out this crisis, and that's why they want to iron that out and then take up the change.
All right. Now, one quick question, Moshmi, before we let you go. They don't have much time because the BJP could come in. You don't know how many more MLAs could defect, and tomorrow could bring a very different scenario with the governor possibly asking for a floor test. The question is, will this happen quickly, or this is going to be staggered over a period of time or a number of days?
So you may hit the nail on the head, Preeti. I don't think that this is going to take much time, and the leadership is not going to sit over it. But the report is going to be the final word from Shimla to the party high command, and that report is being submitted by DK Shiv Kumar Baghel and of course Gupinder Singh Hooda. What that report contains, it will be a Rai Shumari of sorts from all the MLAs. That will actually seal the fate of Sukhu.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Moshmi. Thank you there. As Moshmi breaking the news on India Today that the 3 observers who have gone, the feedback that they have given, the High Command together mulling a tough decision. The responsibility was that of the Chief Minister. Did he fail it? Mind you, Sukhwinder Singh Sukku was the pick of Miss Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. And right now, in all probabilities, it seems he's going to be made to step down. Let's quickly cut across to our political panel this evening. Joining me, Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Mohan Kumar Manglam, National Spokesperson, Congress. Mohan Kumar Manglam, what really is going on in the state of Himachal? This, many would suggest, Mr. Kumar Manglam, is your own doing. The writing had been on the wall with what was going on in Himachal. Not the first time that disaffection between these 2 camps has been known where the High Command is concerned.
Preeti, I would disagree. I was there during the elections in Himachal. I was responsible for about 2 parliaments, and so I spent a couple of months there during the election. If you want to call them camps, there are more than 2 camps. There are several leaders in Himachal who have their followers, and all of them together campaigned in unison and in complete unity to win us that election for 5 years. What you're seeing is what you see in every Rajya Sabha election here when the BJP doesn't have the numbers. They use whatever manner, whatever ways that are at their disposal to either coerce, to threaten, to buy, whatever they do to the opposition's MLAs. Here you have 6 MLAs of ours who have succumbed to that, and 3 independents who have gone to the other side. So yes, this is a challenge that the Congress party is facing. And I'm confident that we'll come out of this.
Okay.
And whether, as far as the question of whether Mr. Sukhwinder Singh Sukku is going to continue to be the Chief Minister or not, as far as I know right now, he will be. But of course, Mr. DK Shiv Kumar and the other observers have just reached Shimla, I think maybe about a couple of hours ago. So it's only after their report comes out that we can definitively say one way or the other.
Mr. Kumar Manglam, you said that there is no disaffection, there are no 2 camps. Then, sir, are you saying Vikramaditya is lying? Because today he's tendered in his resignation, which has been rejected. He's made it public, very known, that Sukhwinder Singh Sukku was completely working on his own. His mother, Pratibha Singh, yesterday made it very clear that there's huge amount of disaffection, and I'll say it again because that's the word that she used, within a lot of MLAs and Sukhwinder Singh Sukku. So either you're saying that both of them are lying and all is well, or you have to admit that there have been 2 camps, because today Vikramaditya Singh also said that repeatedly the High Command was apprised of what was going on in the state of Himachal Pradesh, sir.
You'll have to listen to what I said carefully, because what I said was there aren't 2 camps. There are many people in Himachal who together won us that election. So it's not a binary choice. Either it's the Veerbhadra Singh camp or it is the Sukhu camp.
But
there
you do admit there's disaffection.
Including Agnihotri. Yes, of course, I mean, it's out in the open.
So you will admit, you will also admit to the fact that it was something which was known to the High Command.
No, that I'm not in the High Command to let you know that whether it was known or not to the High Command and how they chose to deal with it.
So who is the High Command? Just out of interest.
You should ask Mrs. Pratibha Singh when she uses the word High Command, who she's talking about. The Congress president, if he was apprised what action subsequently are not known to me at this point. I will say, as I repeated, that of course there are grievances. I'm sure there are grievances that many MLAs have in many governments. The way to deal with them is to actually do it through internal discourse.
Right. Fair enough. It's a tough spot, sir, that you find yourself in. So it's a tough spot you find yourself in. I don't envy you, but the fact is it usually happens only where the Congress is in government that something like this actually takes place.
That's true, Preeti, because unfortunately the other side money and resources to influence the MLAs.
That's getting a tad bit
more democratic a party.
Preeti.
All right, sir. Can I cut across to the BJP? Ma'am, you'll get as much time with just the both of you today, and I'd really appreciate if you don't talk over each other. All right. So Sanju Verma, I'm going to bring you into this conversation. So 15 of your MLAs, including Mr. Thakur, has been expelled from the House. What is the plan of the BJP? You still think that you'd be able to form government? Because that is what your Rajya Sabha in waiting Rajya Sabha MP who has gone ahead and said that in the next few weeks, Mr. Mahajan says, you're going to have your own government.
Okay. Preeti, I'm sure today we'll have a much saner debate. I've been glued to your show and I've been listening into all the comments pouring in from you, your reporters and your colleagues. First things first, you said, yes, I love the term disaffection. There is disaffection within the Congress camp. There is disinformation which is being peddled by the Congress camp that the BJP wants to topple the Congress in Himachal Pradesh. And there is complete disinterest by the party high command, one of the key constituents of the party high command, holidaying, what have you, in Cambridge. But let's talk serious facts now. And the facts are these. There were telltale signs, Preeti. The first telltale sign that all is not well within the Congress government in Himachal Pradesh was in September 2022 when Harsh Mahajan decided to join the BJP and decided to quit the Sukhwinder Singh Sukku cabinet. The second telltale sign came as recently as January 2024 when, defying the party high command, Vikramaditya Singh decided to be a part of the Ram Janmabhoomi Pran Pratishtha celebrations. And the third and the most important telltale sign that all is not well with the Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu government in Himachal Pradesh came barely a few days back when, despite toying with the idea of actually being nominated from Himachal Pradesh, Sonia Gandhi's advisors suggested her against it, and she finally decided that Rajasthan is a far safer bet. So point number 2 is that telltale signs were there. You have not been able to keep your flock together. To now point a finger at the BJP is so much of balderdash. The most important point is this. People have been asking, kya hoga? 15 members of the BJP have been expelled. If you recall, Preeti, as recently as March 2023, a somewhat similar situation played out and Justice CJI, rather Chandrachud, had a tough task on hand. The Eknath Shinde government found itself in the dock because Uddhav Thackeray had taken the matter to the Supreme Court, saying that all the people who abandoned Uddhav Thackeray and joined hands with Eknath Shinde, they should be disqualified, their votes should be declared null and void, and Uddhav Thackeray should be reinstated. And on the 17th of March 2023, I was just going through CJI Chandrachud's statement. He said, how can we reinstate a chief minister who set aside a trust vote and did not even face the floor of the house to decide his majority and to decide whether numbers were on his side? So I think the Congress is stuck between a rock and a hard place. If Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is replaced and they get in a new person, that could be Mukesh Agnihotri, it could be Vikramaditya Singh, it could be Ravi Thakur, it could be Rajendra Rana, because these 4 people from the Congress camp have made no secret about the fact that they are vying the top post. Right. But if the Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu government does not take a floor test on the floor of the house, and after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, there is a problem again, they lose whatever moral high ground they have, because going by the 17th March 2023 judgment, CJI Chandrachud will clearly ask them, Bhai Sahab, floor of the house pe majority test kyun nahi liya?
But Mr. Sanju Verma, I'm asking you that question. Are you asking for a floor test? Or are you making sure that you engineer a floor test by the next 24 hours in some sort of a way with the governor stepping in?
No, Preeti, you always ask me the tough questions and I'm glad you do so. But I will just tell you one very important thing. Today, did you notice one thing? That the budget was passed with a voice vote. And again, the Congress's ex-chief minister from Maharashtra, Prithviraj Chavan, is on record saying that when there is a shadow that is cast on the numbers of a given reigning government on the floor of the house, it is not the voice vote, but the speaker should ask for division of votes. My simple question is, why did you not undertake a division of votes? Why did you go for a voice vote if you were so confident? You should have gone for a division of votes.
Sanju Verma, it's a very fair question, but a tad bit rich coming from you, where most of the time you have passed ma'am, come on. Do you want me to go back what's happened in Maharashtra? You yourself are smiling.
Can I do it, please?
They've done exactly to you what you do to them. Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed. That's what they've done.
Bhai, Sam, Dam, Dand, Bhed hone dijiye.
Bas, then you can't, a pot can't call the kettle black. But a podcast
Preeti, why is the Congress crying on national television?
I agree. That's a question. That's a question I will ask Mr. Kumara Mangalam. But you cannot accuse Mr. Kumara Mangalam of using unethical means. This is what you've been doing all along. Okay, now Kumara Mangalam, I'll get you in. You know, that's what you've always said. Why today go the same unethical route that you have always accused the BJP of? The speaker comes, unilaterally disqualifies 15 MLAs.
No,
this is not the way a democracy works, sir.
Even yesterday, when they said they came out and said that they won the Rajya Sabha election, there was massive sloganeering. They continued it in the speaker's chambers, and they were creating a ruckus in the house, which is why the speaker disqualified them. Now, as far as the division of votes issue goes, you didn't go into it.
You do know you're smiling while you're giving me this explanation.
Yeah,
you do know that.
I'm smiling.
So,
I'm smiling. No. I'm smiling about the division of votes issue. Because it is really rich coming from the BJP when they talk about division of votes. Starting from the farm laws, every time a member of parliament, and there are at least 4 different instances I can list of significant legislations, there where even, and the rule says that even a single member of parliament can ask for a division of votes. They didn't allow it at all. So they should be the last ones talking about the call for division of votes. They have the courage. They should ask for a no confidence motion going forward. And as the Chief Minister himself has said, I'm sure we'll have the numbers. Now, in response to some of the points she made, let me make it clear that there was no quote-unquote high command diktat from the Congress party not to visit the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. In fact, it was said it is a personal decision for everyone who wants to go. Mr. Kharge and Mrs. Gandhi were invited in their capacity as leaders of the Congress party, not in any personal capacity outside of that. And as leaders of the Congress party in those positions, they decided not to go and wrote a note explaining why. Now, about Mrs. Gandhi not contesting from Himachal Pradesh, every state that went to Rajya Sabha wanted her to contest, but more so than any other state was the state of Telangana, because she had a hand in the creation of that state. So there was no overwhelming decision or,
Preeti,
decision to go to Himachal.
I'll come to you,
back out.
Okay.
Hold on. The analogy to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra is, I don't understand what analogy she's trying to draw here, because he resigned and Mr. Sukhwinder Singh Sukku is very clear about not resigning. So these are the only responses I have to the point she made.
But Mr. Kumar Mangalam, we might be having a very different conversation tomorrow because, you also quoted the High Command at will. You began by saying, I don't know what the High Command does, but strangely you knew now what the High Command had to do. But having said that, tomorrow the word coming in is the High Command might change the sitting Chief Minister. But okay, yes, Sanju Verma, please respond. Go ahead.
Thank you. Preeti, without being offensive, I think I have a right to disagree. I do not like the fact that you said, BJP has used unethical means to oust governments. Let me be very clear, and I'm saying this very humbly. It was Devendra Fadnavis who got 105 seats. The Shiv Sena under Uddhav Thackeray had 54 seats, the Congress had 44 seats, and the NCP had 45 seats. So let us be very clear that if anybody stole a legitimate mandate which was given to Devendra Fadnavis, it was the erstwhile Sharad Pawar faction, it was Rahul Gandhi, and it was Uddhav Sena. Please, let me, yes, you can laugh, you can laugh your heart out. Let me finish.
Ma'am, finish. Sir, no, allow, please
Preeti,
allow her to speak.
Yes, thank you. I did not heckle you, so please, hold your horses. Thank you. So first and foremost, the mandate was always for Narendra Modi and Devendra Fadnavis. So this allegation that BJP stole the mandate in Maharashtra is absolute hogwash. Point number 1. Point number 2, I made this point yesterday on Preeti's show, but I will make this again to the Congress spokesperson. Prior to May 2014, 142 occasions when duly elected governments were dismissed, out of which 103 times it was the Congress which dismissed duly elected governments, and out of those 103 occasions, 49 times it was Indira Gandhi who did so.
Okay, fine. It's a hard cut. I apologize. I need to end the show early. I need to end the show early today, and primarily the reason both of you have been given enough time. Apologies, couldn't get back to the Congress for a rebuttal, but we're going to end it here. But it's a debate that's going to carry on in days to come, viewers. For now, all eyes trained on what's going on in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Will Sukhwinder Singh Sukku step down? That's the question, or be made to step down.